Hello everyone, sorry I'm a little bit late there. I know we were meant to start a few minutes ago, but here we are. We are, of course, in the Championship now. In the Championship with Banbridge Town. What a night last night was. Last night, if you weren't in the chat, by the way, last night, you missed a stream. You missed a stream and a half, to be honest. Should we recap? Let's recap, because that's what it's all about, right? So this is what we have. Last night, we started off 5th in the Lough41 Premier Intermediate League, which is the 3rd division of Northern Irish football. Okay? When the stream finished last night, we finished 2nd in the league, which meant we entered into a playoff. In that playoff, we battled against a team who were in the division above us, looking for a relegation playoff, essentially. Two-legged affair, and we lost the first leg. 2-1, Ballymacash Rangers. Here it is. This is it now. We're going to have a quick little look at the... we took the lead. We took the lead in the first match, and we thought, you know what, we're flying here, having a great time. DJ Pedro there. Croskery was superb. McDade, still don't know how he scores that header, to me. I still don't know. Then, decent free kick. Not much we can do about that. Okay? Then a penalty. Game's turned on its head. Carla puts the ball in the penalty in the goal. Sorry, 2-1. We go down. We think, all right, okay, that's no good. Starting to panic a little bit, but they've got to come to our place, haven't they? They've got to come to our place, and we turn them over 3-0, which means we are promoted to the Championship. This, of course, is how we do it. Bit of head tennis, and then DJ Pedro spin the beat back, slams in the volley there. Evans gets another big header, grabs himself a goal, and then this is the final one. Diver, Rory Keane, DJ Pedro again, big neck muscles, 3-0, we get promoted. But that is not all. We also beat Tobermory in the Cup, the McCombs Coach Travel Intermediate Cup. We know what we are. We're champions. We won 4-0. 4-0. So we crossed off 2 trophies last night. McDade opened the scoring just shy of 2 minutes into the game. Then Crawford played it back to Youngstown, who dinks it over the top. Croskery cuts it back for DJ Pedro. Where have we seen that before? Evans then pings it up over the top. DJ Pedro again. That's 3-0. Lovely bit of skill. And then another one over the top. Snodden. Soupy finishes at the near post. 4-0. 4-0. So this is what it currently looks like on the progress chart. 2 trophies ticked off. We're about to start season 3. So there you go. That's where we are. Actually, sorry. Let me redo that, because that's not the current picture. Got to slightly update that, because there's actually there's another trophy we need to put in for Wales. So give me 2 seconds. Let's just put that down. There we go. Now we're in season 3. Now it looks better. This is where we're at, okay? So we've won 2 trophies out of the 33 that we need to get. And as I say, we are going into the Northern Irish Championship. I mean, we finished the season on fire. Look at that. Right, from March, when we played Dungannon Reserve, this was last night's stream, okay? Last night, we lost 1 game in 14. Unreal. We only dropped 2 draws, to be honest, as well. We flew through that one, including the Championship group as well. Evening Cass, how are you? Rajo, of course, as well. In you come. Muro Decane, welcome in. Pleasure to see you, of course. Nice to have you here. Great stream. Missed the end of the streams. I had work call, but great finish. Oh, Razio, you missed a treat. You missed a treat. The end of season video is going to be brilliant because none of us could believe what happened last night. Also, as well, shout out to the person who came in halfway through the stream and went, "This is boring," and then left. He missed everything. He missed everything. So that's what's happened there. We've also got, actually I've just realised I've not even sent that tweet out. Bang, let's go for that. There you go, the tweet's gone as well. We are now up and running on Twitch as well. Tonight's a planning stream. We love planning streams. We like that. We like to see what we can do for next year. We've still got the pens and notepads. I know there's a squad planner there, but sometimes we need a little bit of old school. We've got big money to spend. We've got £825 per week in our wage budget, which, I mean, I'm no mathematician, so let's quickly use a calculator on that. So 825 divided by 66, I think, is our current wage budget. That's 12 times our current wage budget. So we can actually have a player. We can buy players. £0, of course, in the actual transfer key. But we don't need that. We don't need the actual transfer key. We just need the wages, and we've got that link up with Cliftonville as well. So hopefully we can bring some better players in. Also, this, of course, is the current manager timeline. Here's where we are. So this, of course, was all of last season. Shea Crosscurry's in there. The future stars of Eamon McGill, Toby Andrews, Craig Barry, Pomeroy Rainey, Waters, Evans, of course, Hamilton, Boyle, McCabe blow the club's goal scoring record. But this is the important bit. When we got to this bit here, Intermediate Cup winners and promoted, that's where we start to go now. This dynamic timeline is starting to fill in very, very nicely indeed. We're also doing our National C coaching badge as well, so you know what I mean? The big time awaits, everybody. So let's have a quick little look at this squad planner then. We'll do a bit of a where are we going to go for next season. So we're going to have a look in there for the 24-25 season. So Hunter obviously is still going to be our main goalkeeper, I'd imagine. Can't imagine anything's going to happen unless he moves. So we might try and lock him down for a contract. We'll see. Fullbacks. Youngson is, of course, our main fullback, really. Say he's our number one right now. Campbell's probably our number two. Trevor Rainey's decent. Maybe put Rainey actually slightly above Campbell, possibly. He is 17. He's 6'4" as well, so he's someone definitely for the future. But this bit here, this crossing, this dribbling's not brilliant. This marking's not brilliant. You know, so he obviously does have a little bit of development he still needs to do. Connor Gormley's someone that we looked at previously. Now, whether we still look at him or not going forward, I don't know, because obviously we now have a slightly different approach now, to be honest, as to who we're going for. So for me at the minute, maybe a right back could be something to look at, but then again, Youngson played well last season, 5 assists, 31 games he played, he got an average rating of 7.07, so he could be someone that we keep our eyes on. In terms of his output, 34 key passes from a right back, so that's pretty handy. 2 key tackles, he only lost 8 of his tackles at 57, so that's pretty decent. 1,300 passes, 500 failed, so he made 62% of his passes last season, and he only made 26 of his intended 113 crosses. Barely made a dribble, so 0.29 dribbles per in the actual, I think they're probably the entire season, to be honest. Form overall, just solid and dependable, which is what you wanted for a right back, really. Mr. Dependable, did what he had to do. So yeah, nothing outstanding, nothing worrying. Performed well above his attributes in defence, and also did well attacking also. Lots of tackles, really strong. Didn't get many headers. Weren't really expecting him to be honest. Fewer passes but high assists, and then inaccurate passes, which again, kind of I understand, because we got him to sort of dink the ball down at the channels. So he was occasionally playing aimless balls for people to chase onto. So I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. So I think Youngson probably gets given a chance at right back, unless we can find a better right back. Okay, so right back for me isn't necessarily a priority, but given the fact he's 2.5 stars, if we can find a better one, we'll bring one in. Centre half, however, though, I absolutely think we need a centre half still. Kieran Evans, of course, is going to be our first choice. Dylan Snodden had a good season by his standards. He still made a couple of mistakes. Lots of headers and poor headers, so this is obviously where we are worried. His heading ability isn't great, despite the fact, if you have a look at his attributes, jumping reach of 5, heading of 11, so that probably tells you something. He's 6 foot, he's wanted by Queen's University, he is a non-contract player, so he could leave for free. He's only 21 though, so he could still develop, of course, but we might want to look at someone a bit better if we're going to be going into a higher division, I think, to be honest. Cass squad plan, just putting everyone at the bottom of the list and making me having to move players myself in the right spot. I think the same thing's happening here, to be honest, Cass. So it's physically getting in and really moving everyone over, isn't it? So I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest. Dean Corrigan is a player that we looked at, we quite liked. Whether we go back in for him or not, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, last year our squad said, our scout said he was better than what we've got, so maybe we'll have another little look at him. Maybe re-scout him over the summer. We also looked at Stephen Aitchison, 35 now, so probably going to be a player we're not going to start looking at now, so we might look to take him off the shortlist. Sorry, 33 I should say, sorry, but yeah, maybe not one for us. Keenan Diver is a player that we've got there as well, so again, he's going to be one of those backup players, I think, rather than a first teamer. So for me, I would say a centre-back is still quite high on the list of priorities for positions we want to be looking to fill. To be honest, James Pedden we're probably not that bothered about, although having said that, free kick taking, corners, aggression, sort of has decent stuff, but then again, jumping reach isn't great, heading's not great, acceleration's not great. Yeah, you get something, then you lose something else, to be honest. Plus you're running at 6.68 in this league, it's not going to translate to the higher division. Left back, however, I do think we need a left back. I definitely think we need a new left back in, because Diver's been playing at left back. He's going to get caught in this next division. Like, there's no way we can get away with corners, crossing, dribbling, marking of 9, tackling of 7. Like, I mean, these are ones here. You know, teamwork 4, vision 1. Like, it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. So Diver's got to go to the backups, and then Craig Barry is a youngster who's coming in. Granted, he's got tackling of 10, he's got teamwork of 18, work rate of 15. You could make a case for giving him a go. I think if we were in the 3rd division again, he'd be the start of this season and we'd run with it. But I think we can get a better left back. I think Barry becomes the backup, and he's a reasonable backup. But I think that, I think we definitely need a first choice left back and a centre back. And then defensive midfield is going to always be a question, because Josh Hamilton started off well. I'll hold my hands up. I made the mistake and I gave him the vice captain's armband, and it's turned him into a bit of a prick, if I'm honest. And I don't think he's handling it well. So he's got a great haircut. He is one of ours. His personality is fickle. That's possibly an issue, isn't it? You know, he's decent. He's decent. He broke onto the scene and we were really, really excited about him. I mean, look at this. For a 16-year-old, this is great mentals. Like leadership, decision-making, determination, tackling, bravery, aggression. Fantastic. This work rate's a bit low, though. Like, do you know what I mean? Marking's a little bit low. Passing's not really great. So maybe we'll work on some of his technical abilities. Give him a bit of a rest. He is only 16. We can pull him back out a little bit and sort of, you know, maybe sort of like not make him the focal point. Then that's a thing, you know? So we need a central midfielder, because obviously the guy that's been doing it great this year is Toby Crawford. Are we going to be able to get him back on loan again? Is he going to make a step up? I don't know. We could obviously try and do it because he's been fantastic for us this season. You know, will Hartlepool let us have him again? I think we ask a question, because he didn't cost us a penny, and he's got 7.38 rating, 3 goals, 2 assists, 26 games played. Statistically, very good. 27 key passes, 3 goals, 11 shots on target out of 36, 4 crosses out of 16, so he wasn't obviously getting crosses because he's playing through the centre. And yeah, just Mr. Dependable again in the midfield. So we can try and get him back in again. I'm not sure if that's going to be a thing. Apparently it is. Okay, so we need another DM, at least 2. I'd say 2 DMs. Left wingers, bit of an interesting mix, to be honest, because Rory Keane obviously is up the top there, but now we've just got Jordan Little's come through, who again is also pretty impressive at 16. But again, these are 2.5-star players. Rory Keane and Jordan Little, both good if we're in the 3rd division. Now we're in the 2nd division. I think we need to maybe make a step up, potentially, and get a higher calibre of player, possibly, and have these guys dropping in as the backups. I think Croskery is a decent player at right mid, and he deserves a chance because he was playing really, really well towards the back end of last season. He really started to put himself into some positions to actually get us goals that we probably weren't going to get, to be honest. So I think he deserves another chance. At 6'3" as well, he's a decent attribute to have. And Toby Andrews is pretty handy as well as a youngster in that backup mould. So right midfield, I'm not overly worried. Left midfield, we could probably do with a little bit of quality. And then, of course, just behind the strikers, there is that little bit of question mark. Michael McCabe, Michael McDade, young Colby Jewett could potentially come through, but he's way off the pace. Sam Barnard, we had on loan. Again, he didn't really do a great deal. He was more of a sub than anything, so we probably won't bring him back for another year. And then up front, well, the DJ is obviously going to be the top priority, trying to keep him. He's already upset that we haven't been able to update our training facilities, so he might leave, which is fine. He might leave. He's 6'2", he's 20 years old. He might go. We have another option, just in case, right? We have another option. Just writing down where we definitely need to be investing. We like the look of Jack Bradley. Doesn't look much, but he looks like he might be handy for what we're trying to do with our team. He's wanted by Distillery and Port Stewart, so again, teams that are a little bit below, so they're back in that division below us again. We love Soup. Soup, I think, deserves another run. We either get him in on loan again, or in fact, we can't get him on loan because he's not on a contract, so we might have to try and bring him in. Because to be fair, he deserves it, doesn't he? 11 goals overall in 28 games, 3 assists, an XG of 8. I mean, he did what he needed to do, didn't he? He got us where we are. So Soup deserves a chance, I think. We try and bring him in. So that kind of leaves us needing quite a lot, if I'm honest, because we're stepping up. I do think we need to look to bring in some higher quality players. Jack Sharvin, for me, is one of those people that we need to be looking at first of all. He's had a great season at Crewe United, that is, by the way, Crewe United, not Crewe Alexandra. Great season there, 27 goals in 36 games. He's as good a target as anybody, surely, for that for a striker, right? Plus, of course, he can play just behind as well. Let's have a quick little thing. He's still not fancying it. But I reckon that we ask a question about him. Let's try and talk about him in the media, shall we? Should we declare interest in him? Just see what he says. Because I think he's the number one. He's the number one guy we want, right? Ben Gallagher possibly on loan as well. There's also Callum Ferris, who scored a load of goals against us. he's a possibility. And Pomeroy as well, sort of burst out of nowhere. So maybe an option. But I think ultimately, I mean, what we need to do is we need to look at Cliftonville and see what they're saying. Like, try and sort of have a little look into their players and say, look, you know, who can we have? What can we do? Is there any deal to be made? Look at that, though. This is obviously the championship, and that's where we finished. 47 points we got. 47. We were still meant to be expected to be relegated, which is quite impressive, to be honest. And then we went on a bit of a tear up, got ourselves second. We finished second on the final day of the season as well. Top goal scorer Kieran Evans, the centre back, Soup, and Rory Keane, all with 6 goals. So yeah, we did find goal scoring a little difficult, to be honest. So I think we are going to have to try and invest in that front line. Player of the season, Toby Crawford. So yes, we're definitely going to try and get him back again, I think. DJ Pedro, sign of the season, obviously. Goal of the season, Chris McMahon. Top goal scorer, Soup, with 11. Gizmo, any chance Vanarama North or South will come over to you? And quite possibly. The thing is that we obviously need to try and tick off as many of these sort of like divisions as we can do. Now, what we'll do is we're going to have another go. Thank you, Nelios Bombelios, by the way. Congratulations on the cup and the promotion. Thank you very much. We will have a quick little look at, at what's available. So, obviously, we don't need to look at, Germany and Spain and all that sort of stuff. So, currently available, Arbroath in the Scottish Premiership, Blackburn in the Championship, Cheltenham, Gillingham, Doncaster, Carrick in the Danske Bank Premiership of Northern Ireland, Farnborough, Haverton, Waterlooville, and Queens. Now, of course, we've just obviously left the Intermediate League, so we don't want to go back there right now. So that's what's available. Things that are insecure: Blackpool, Accrington, Institute, who of course have just been relegated as well. So yeah, there's nothing really that's jumping out at me right now. Joachim Löw is the Wales manager. That's weird. Let me quickly send that to Matt, because I think he'd quite like that. I'm gonna just send in that. Sorry, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Was there a question there? Would we ever do the League of Ireland? Yes, we probably would, actually. It's not. The thing is, I've not put it on at this point, right? Because when we were coming up with, not coming up with the challenge, but when we started the challenge, initially I said we'd do like England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland. And I was told by a producer at The Athletic, who said, look, shouldn't really be putting the Republic of Ireland there, because they don't want to be British. They're not keen on that. Don't get involved. It's a little bit of a sort of a political nightmare. And I was like, yeah, that's a fair point, actually. I don't want to be creating any issues here. So I took it out. And obviously Northern Ireland is still political as well. So I said, you know what, let's take that out. And we'll do that. And then there's part of me thinks that if we get to the end of the challenge and we have the possibility of putting the League of Ireland back in there as well, we'll do it. But let's face it, we're going to get to the end of this challenge and we are not going to be anywhere near the end. Maybe next year we might add everything in and do another one, or maybe we go to another part of the world and try and do a sort of I don't know, like a mainland Europe challenge or something, or Balkans or something. So we'll have a think. Tony Jameson's South American tour could be an option. Nelios, I'm getting a bus from Edinburgh to London tonight. I'm going to pretend it's the open top bus going around the streets of Banbridge. Yes, Nelios, that's exactly what you do. It was a pleasure to meet you as well, by the way, at FMT Live. So I believe that you will do that as well. So this is what we're expecting for the coming season then. Attempt to avoid relegation. So it doesn't mean doesn't mean that if we get relegated we'd be sacked. We will attempt to avoid relegation. So let's go with that. Then of course this is the general dynamics. Everyone's happy enough until it comes to this point now where I say, here's what we're going to try and do next season. So I think congratulations on promotion. Strengthen the squad as you might expect. But if we believe we can avoid relegation next term, even if we via the playoffs, we're in a good position to avoid relegation. Delight with the promotion, you'll earn the right to test yourself at the next level. I have faith you'll be able to avoid relegation, even if it's via the playoffs. Tell them something about avoiding relegation. Yeah, we're in a good position to avoid relegation. With the right additions, we can avoid the drop. We all know it's going to be tough for us next season. We'll probably come back down. We want to be happy with promotion. Inherit and strengthen the squad, help our chances of staying up. Oh, I mean, this is the thing. Like, all of it's going to be like bad, isn't it? Tell them something about avoiding. Balkans would be fun, although again a geopolitical nightmare. I mean, like everywhere. I'm trying my best to sort of like make somewhere that's not a political nightmare. But you're right. Like Tony Jameson's morally good adventure is really, really tough. It's really tough. Should we say we can avoid relegation via the playoffs, or with the right additions we can avoid the drop? Strengthen the squad can help our chances of staying up. I think it's maybe something like that, isn't it? We're in a good position to avoid relegation, even if it's via the playoffs. I sort of want to go with something like that. Oh, we're all very happy that we're going to get a chance to impress. Great, but everyone else is pissed off. Okay, that's unrealistic. That's fine. Never mind. They're all going to go away for their holidays. They're not going to remember anything we've just said there. So it's going to be fine. It's going to be absolutely fine. The entire week is now going to be spent just trying to convince the people that are there that it's going to be okay. It's not actually. It's going to be spent trying to find new players. Dave Goodger's in the chat. Hello, Dave Goodger. Welcome in. Big shout out, of course, to Mr. Goodger. If you're not following him, do so, please, because he has spinning heads. That's part and parcel of it, isn't it? Plus, he's nudging towards... Are you nudging towards 250 now, Dave, or 150? Let me have a quick little check here. 338 followers. He's nudging towards 400. I don't know what he's on about. So yeah, go and give him some love. Give him some love. All very well. Thank you, Mr. Goodger. We had a little celebration last night for promotion and for winning a cup, so we're very happy about that. I think Kevin Dick has been he's been the best signing that we've made. He doesn't want to come. Oh dear, he doesn't want to stay. So that's our head of youth development. Uh-oh. I mean, it's not good, is it? He's the guy that's been bringing all these good new young players through, so gonna have to get a new head of youth development coming in. I mean, you're only a £5 for physiotherapy. I can't pay you a £5. I can't pay you £100 when you've got £5 for physiotherapy. Like, come on, mate. Don't be so silly. Can't do it. We can't do that, can we? So yes, no, you're nudging along well, man. You're nudging very well. You're doing great, Guns. So it's things that we like to see is people like yourself doing well, and yeah, no, well done, man, well done. Nice to see you're having a great time. Toby Crawford's turned us down. Toby Crawford, man, what are you doing? Right, so now we need 3 central defenders, 3 DMs. You know, times 3. Right, when can we? Right, let's try and Try and sign Soup then. The club will not be facing tax bills. Good. New kit sponsorship worth 11 grand. Previously worth 5. Ho-ho. Money, money, money. And then 19 grand for scouting. Excellent. That means we can have a little look at Cliftonville. Let's try and get Soup in, shall we? I mean, he actually wants money. Real cash money. Would you do us for 45? Would you do us for 45? 50 quid. 50 quid a week for Soup. Evening Ep13, how are you? Welcome in. I mean, this is the thing. Let's have a look at what we've got on the shortlist first of all, and then go from there, really, I suppose, isn't it? There's a couple of players that we liked the look of last year. Obviously, didn't really fancy coming to us last year. But maybe now we're in a slightly better position, possibly. Do you reckon FM get the stadiums to look like the real life ones anytime soon? No chance. No chance. I think the problem with it is the Miles and SI like the fact that FM can run on a low quality computer. Like, a lot of people play on laptops. So if you're trying to get like stadiums to sort of like load up in the background, it's just gonna like kill off everyone who plays on a laptop. So it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. They're not gonna work tirelessly on remapping stadiums. I think it's just gonna be one of those things that isn't high on the list of priorities right now. I mean, it might get there in the future. They might be like sort of saying, okay, fair enough, we can do it. Maybe part of the if there's a like an official link up, so say with Man City, they've got that, and then they go, right, well, maybe we'll put the Etihad in there. They might do that, but I just think that for the amount of processing power it's going to take, I don't think that they'd bother. That's from my opinion. Anyway. I don't think it's massively high on the on the list of priorities. Cass says, I eventually didn't get the idea of this game was running a potato. There is that, there is that. Eventually they will have to cut loose and go, yeah, let's try and make something a little bit better, because yeah, I agree, it will hold them back eventually, because there's going to get to a point when then there's only people going, well, if all we're doing is just playing here, then why? Like, I think something like F1 Manager, okay, how do I phrase this? F1 Manager came on the scene, and it's very graphically superior to Football Manager. It can be graphically superior because it doesn't need as much work. There's only 20 teams, there's only 20 tracks. It doesn't need to be much more than that. Obviously there's a lot more going on with FM, but it very much gave a lot of FM players an insight into going, well, hang on, how come our game doesn't look like that? And I know that FM isn't graphic dependent. That's the thing. FM is not graphic dependent. It's all about the data. It's all about what's in the game. It's all about the stories that we create, all those stuff that we talk about ourselves. FM needed to be, as Cass says there, F1 needed to be good graphically, because otherwise people weren't going to buy it. Same as Madden, same as FIFA. These games need to be good graphically to get people in. FM has always been sold on, there's a really powerful game going on underneath the hood here. So I don't see graphical improvements being, not necessarily being at the top of the priority, but certainly not to the level that people want them to be. And because I just don't think that the focus is there, really. I don't imagine. I don't think it's in the priority list. I think the match engine is higher than graphics. You know, and I think women's football is higher than graphics. I think making sure that the balance of trying to get, you know, better tactics, better transfers, better recruitment, better training, I think that's all higher up the list than graphics. You know, graphics is kind of like, I guess graphics is very much like, if you've redesigned your house, right, and your house is a bit wonky, it doesn't really matter what colour paint you put on it, because you're gonna spot the fact it's wonky, right? You're gonna know that the walls run out. You're gonna know that there's like no plugs. But you're going, yeah, but it's eggshell, isn't it? Eggshell looks nice. Like that's not a thing, because people eventually just go, where's the fucking plug sockets? Like, I know it looks nice, but come on, don't work. And that puts people off. You know. Again, that's my analogy as well. So, hope you hope you feel that's probably about right. Jack McFeely. Okay, interesting. Brian Healy. Gladys Kakaj. Oh, I can't sign him just because that kind of exactly what I'm going to be doing. Dictates tempo, arrives late in opponent's area, finishing at 14. Shadow striker incoming, I think. Kakaj. Yeah, definitely, we're doing that. He's coming in. Absolutely signing based on that name. I mean, to be fair, that's what we did for DJ Pedro, wasn't it? we only signed DJ Pedro because of the fact that he was called DJ Pedro. Now, how do we request players from Cliftonville? Because we can do that, can't we? There is a way of doing that, I think. Sure, there's a way we can do it. Affiliate clubs, right? Cliftonville will send players on loan. All right, okay, so they might just send them there themselves. So Kakaj is coming. Kakaj, it's coming. JM Thoughts, hello JM Thoughts. Welcome. Just caught me as I'm doing a very. I've gone a little bit mad, I think, JM. We're just trying to bring a guy in called Kakaj, and of course all I've went is Kakaj, and I think we're going to sign him based purely on that. So, fight like a crow. So yeah, Northern Ireland / Albanian. It's a perfect blend. It's going to be fine. Will he help you win silverware? 100%. It's definitely clipped. I thought it would be, Cass. I thought it would be. He will help me win silverware. He's got finishing of 14. He arrives late in the opponent's area. He's determined. He has good vision. He has good passing. He has decent acceleration. And he's free. So that's the key metric that we are recruiting with at this point. He is free. So we obviously need to look for, if you can go to Cliftonville, player, make an offer on loan, and Cliftonville will look favourably on your request. That's a very, very good point. That is how we do it. But of course we need to work out who those players are first of all, don't we? So probably go to the reserves, I'm guessing. As expected, we don't know everything about them just yet. Scout for 1 week. £2,000 from the scouting budget. That seems a lot. We've only got £19,000. We're gonna have to scout the whole thing, aren't we? Like 2008, £2,000 And then we scout the whole first team as well. So the $4,000. You know what? It's money well spent. It's money well spent. The board have blocked the change to Jared Kerr's role. Under 18's manager, where they're going to try and make him go. Cancel his renewal. Then I'm not sure what we're trying to do here at this point. So, but yeah, how are you though, Jem? Hope you're well. Fat Nigel, of course. Welcome in. Welcome in. And you request a team report from the team somehow. That's what I thought. I'm sure there was a team report option. Where would that be though? I'm sure it was somewhere around here, wasn't it? I'm sure there used to be. Oh, there you go. Team report. Scout report. That'd be too expensive. That must be where it is then. Okay. That makes sense. Hello, Y Callum. Hello, buddy. How are you? Welcome. How's life in Blue Europe? Or Blue Europe, is it? I think it's Blue Europe, isn't it? Welcome in. Of course, big follow, by the way, for Y Callum. If you're not, of course, follow him already. Make sure you do so. Give him a shout out. Go and follow him on his wonderful channel. Because Y Callum's very, very good. He's very good. You're going to like him. I like him, so you'll like him. That's how it works around here. If I like that person, you'll probably like them. Blue Europe, excellent memory. Well, hey, I know what I like, Callum. I saw it and I was like, right, we need to keep our eyes on this. So, yeah, how's it getting on though? Hope it's going well. We are preparing for life in the Championship in Northern Ireland now. We got promoted last night. We went on a massive tear up actually at the back end of the season. So we started here last night against Dungannon Reserves. That was our last night's stream. Look at all of that, all the way down there. Smashed it. Started the stream in 5th, finished it in 2nd, won the 2-legged playoff to get into the Championship, and we won the McCombs Travel Coach Intermediate Cup final against Tobermory. That is a mouthful. And the programme cost 19 quid because it takes 42 pages to actually print the title on. So there you go. The Civic Centre was not available for hire, sadly, so we just had a party round on the corner shop. Brilliant. But yeah, it was good. It was very good. It was very, very good indeed. So tonight is just a nice chilled out one. We're gonna do a bit of sort of like try and do some transfers, try and do some planning for next year. See if we're going to change the tactics, see if it's going to be the same as what we did last year. And then essentially, we've got £825 a week to spend on wages, which is crazy money for what we had. This, of course, was last year. We had £66 was our transfer budget. Now 800. You know what I mean? We'll be signing Kylian Mbappe anytime soon now. So let's get these guys in on loan then, on trial, I should say. Sorry, they've just been released. Get those people in. Let's see what's going on. Have a link with the Portimonense in Portugal. Oh, nice. Super's signed. Soup's in. Can't believe we didn't allow the Civic Centre. The budget must have gone on printing the programmes. To be fair, I don't think we were expecting. It was very much a last minute thing. The Civic Centre was I think it was A-level day or something. So, you know what I mean? Couldn't move out the future generations. We certainly weren't expecting to be there. So it's understandable. Loads of people have turned down trials, bar one. But Andy Hall, 34 years old, has come in a fringe player just past his best. Oh dear, at 34, and he's gone. This is the board looking at us. B+, excellent. Very, very happy. The supporters, B+ as well. The future generations are in the team that the youth are playing. That's a good point, actually, Cass. That's a good point. Maybe we should have got the Civic Centre, actually. I'd hope I feel we've been a little bit short-changed there, to be honest. Yeah, our youth setup's pretty good. We seem to get quite a lot of good youth prospects coming through, so we're happy with that. But as I say, this summer is going to be busy, I think. Hopefully with incomings, but the last year we lost a lot. We lost a lot of good players, lost a lot of good men out there. Jesse Turner is someone apparently we should still keep our eyes on. Potentially out of contract next year. 18. He looks all right, to be honest. He looks all right. We've also signed a player as well, Callum. Called DJ Pedro, and that's actually his name. We haven't even made that up either. Lee, evening, welcome. Nice to have you in there. Pleasure to see you. Hope you're well. I suppose we could probably look at players who are going to be coming out of contract. So, yes, Scouse Jimmy, welcome back in, pal. Hope you're keeping well. Hope you're looking forward to spending some of this big Banbridge dollar that we've got here. I mean, this is what I like as well. The fact that we look at players, we scout them and go, this will be a great player. Will they come? No, they're not going to come. They're not going to come. Bailey McCann, they want him to go better players as well. Thierry Small, Helder, never going to come, is he? McCulloch, maybe not so much. They're the left backs that we've already scouted, apparently. So FM23 development being like, let me add a dude called DJ Pedro in some backwaters league. Well, the thing is, apparently he plays for Salford in real life, and he obviously must have just left. So he came straight to us. So we're like, okay, let's do that then. Let's do that. That's brilliant. Perfect. And yeah, so here we are. We've ended up managing to snag him somehow. So yeah, can't complain. Evening, you're on. Hello, TJ. Are you champions now? Technically, you're on. Technically, we are technically champions, but also not quite just yet. Champions of the longest club football tournament in Europe. I think that's probably about right. Yeah. But yeah, no, we did all right. We did all right last year. We did last night was good. Obviously, we're now in the championship, so then therefore we are champions technically. That will of course get better and better as the stream goes on, and presumably at some point we'll end up being champions again. So I guess that sort of makes sense. Doesn't seem like there's anybody available at this point now. Okay. We've obviously managed to sort of like narrow it down a little bit. This club should have a history with players dying from knee to thigh. Oh, really? Stephen McCavett? Do we try and bring McCavett back, by the way? Tempted to just see what he fancies. 2 Trophy Jameson streaming again. Hello, Llama. How are you? It's a very nice, chilled out stream tonight. Nothing crazy. We're just gonna try and get a bit of recruitment done. He's a Judas. I mean, I'm happy to take that and say, he went to Ballyclare and he did not get what he wanted, did he? He did go to the championship though. I mean, we got there without him. Didn't we? That's the thing. We got there without him. We shouldn't really then praise him by sort of going, well, now you're here. Would you like to come back? It's not really the right way to do things, is it? I guess, to be honest. Llama, doing well. Long evening of work. Time for some FM now. That's the way to do it, isn't it? That's the way to do it. 34-year-old Hugh Carlin. He's probably a bit old, isn't he, for for this league, or is he? Or is he? He's 34. Dreads playing in the big matches. He's slow. Oh, susceptible to injury. It's not great, to be honest. That's not really gonna enamor me, is it? I think we need to wait for some more for some scouts reports to come through, because we've got nobody at this point showing up here. Let's have a look at who we've actually had a look at, shall we? That might change things a little bit. Let's look at left backs first of all. Josh Quinn we saw, we weren't really massively concerned about. McDonald's not great. Chapman looks poor. Tina Morgan looks worse. Oh dear. Anyone centre back? Luke Cartwright. Oh, I can see it. His rating is 4.6. We don't need to be looking at this guy. He's got potential to be a 5-star player. Jumping reach of 14, heading of 8. It's not brilliant. Marking of 12, tackling of 9, positioning of 12. Did he have a bad game? Come and have a look. Come have a look, mate. Right. Come and hang out over here just for a little bit. See what's what. Daniel Gordon we had a look at as well. 6'4". Probably not quite the player that we want. Donald Scullion. Aidan Lillis, 6'1". Timmy McClure. Average, isn't he? Get him, it could be a quality centre back for your team. Which one? Which one are you talking about? Cartwright? Or who are we talking about there? Jimmy? Scullion? It might have been Cartwright, mightn't it? Your man Lee. This one? This one, the guy who's got the poor rating, but then would get the best star rating fella. This fella, yeah? Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we'll give him a trial. 6'4". He's a big boy as well, so that's gonna help surely. Aldrin Ferry. Heading of 1. Like, why would you bother? Do you know what I mean? Literally, if you've got heading of 1, you might as well just say, like, can you head the ball? Nah, not for me. Not for me, Gaffer. Cowlin Millen, nothing. Nathan Johnston. Reasonable? I'm only going on his decision making. His passing, his work rate's okay. His performances aren't brilliant, to be honest. And he's playing in a fairly bad team. So, no joy. But Hugh Carlin is there, 34 years old. I can't loan him in. I can't even send him in for a trial either. He's also staff. Comes in as a coach as well. We'll see. What's up front looking like? Oh, we've had a look up front, haven't we? Not a lot there. Tom Patchett. Lee Ray. No goals in 12 games. John Deeney. Nothing. Feely Ross Craig. Goals in the reserves, really. I think we just have to keep clicking and have a look. So McCavick can go in for a trial, Cass, and we'll see what's what. Cartwright they're not letting come on trial, but I mean he's on a 0 contract, so we can just go in for him and just take him. Yeah. Wayward passing, selfish, doesn't enjoy big matches. Let's get the the analysts on him, see what they're saying. He's had one match and he had a shocker. For Rathfen. Rathfen? Where is Rathfen? What division is he even playing? Non-league. So we're picking him out of non-league essentially, and dragging him up to the championship, and he's already a 3-star. I mean, it's not the worst, is it, to be honest? Teamwork's only a 3 though. Positioning and tackling are good. Marking, is good. He's definitely worth a look. McGavitt, important player who could improve. Oh, McGavitt. He broke our hearts when he left. Work time prayers are answered. Hello, Barton. How are you? Welcome back. Hope you're well. Scout it. Just scout the game. I'm not going to the academy games. Agreed, Jimmy. Agreed. Let him be gone. Let him be gone. We'll get him back in and we'll be like, oh yeah, hey McGavitt, like, how's life treating you in that? Oh, you look well. And then be like, yeah, like, just not even gonna offer you a contract, mate. You know, you big mistake. Well, what's the one from what's it called? Pretty Woman. We'll do that. We'll Pretty Woman him. You made a big mistake, huge. There's a reference I'm sure some of you thought he's not going to do a Pretty Woman reference. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Sharvin's the man. Sharvin's the one we want. Yeah, you've got an excuse to skive. Damn right you have. Damn right you have, Barn. I won't tell. I won't tell anybody. No one else will either. Like, everyone else is cool. Oh, Lee Mooney, of course. This guy looked very good as well, didn't he? We can't necessarily improve them at the training facilities. 130 quid a week. Right. Answer me this, chat. Is this guy good enough for 130 quid a week? Or is he good enough for maybe 100 quid a week, possibly? He'd essentially be like the highest paid player in the club's history, I'm guessing, at this point. Is he the new number 10? Or is he not? Trial him. See, I would trial him, but Donegal have come in for him. So I've got a feeling that we might have to act fast. Needs to work on being more clinical in front of goal. He lacks strength and fitness, which we can work on. Scouts say he's 4-star. He's not going to improve a lot, to be honest. RG470, appreciate the follow, and of course he will do a little bit. Normal starter, nothing special. True, but is this now normal starter, nothing special for the championship? Or is this normal starter, nothing better than Division 3? Rajo's not keen. Jimmy says he's fine. Yeron says he looks normal, nothing special. I suppose if we compare him to McDade, who's probably going to be working in that similar position, right? In that number 10 role, yeah. From what we know, because we don't apparently know a great deal about Mooney, despite the fact we've scouted him clearly. There's not much there. 18-year-old got better star, crazy. But then again, remember that the stars aren't always the thing. Like, they're only in comparison to what your scout's ability has worked out, and then it's in comparison to your own players. So take the stars with a pinch of salt at this point. Let's look at what we've got here. Because Rajo's made a good point there. The finishing is way off. So if we want someone to come in and weigh in with some goals from that number 10 position. He's not going to get them. Finishing 1-4. His first touch is very good though, so he will actually be sort of good in terms of bringing the ball in and creating. Dribbling, he's actually, we don't know for certain, but he might be a bit better. His technique's very good. But then again, they're pretty much for much on a passing. Long shots, he's not got long shots. But then again, neither McDade. He's a bit braver, he's a bit more aggressive, he's a bit more composed. Excellent. But then again, McDade is a bit more determined, we think. Off the balls, probably a little bit. To be fair, there's not really much in it, to be honest. Mooney jumps better. He's got better first touch and his technique's better, and he's a bit braver. It's kind of much of a muchness, really, isn't it? So that's the thing now of going, is that worth 140 quid or 130 quid? Like, can McDade do what this guy's doing anyway? I guess the answer is yes, really, because he's sort of already doing it. We don't even know what his personality is. I think, you know what? I think I think if we can trial him in, actually, and if we miss out on him, we miss out on him, right? But I think right now, he probably doesn't give us much more than what McDade does right now. I think we all got a bit swayed by when we first saw him. We're like, yeah, this guy's good. This guy's very good. And we had him as a lone target. Yeah. But let's see if we can take a closer look at him. I'm going to walk away from that because I think 130 quid a week is a lot. Right, he's actually turned down Donegal to come on trial, so let's see then. Okay. So I guess really in the next 4 weeks we need to get some matches in to have a look at them. That's the thing, it might say star player, but that doesn't say a lot for the standard of our team and our squad, to be honest. Right, great. Scouting assignments are done, apparently. Not been able to recommend anybody. Top draw. Great. Let's have a quick look. Let's see what our assistant manager / director of football can recommend. Lewis Tosh, a left back from Coleraine. So he was a Premier Division left back. Can't trial him. Presumably he's about to fall out of the game then. 4.5 to 4.5. I mean, comparing him to what we've currently got at left back is going to be rather silly, to be honest, because our left backs are pretty poor. Actually, mentally, I think Diver's not actually too bad. Evening, Rada. How are you? Welcome in. And let's keep him on the shortlist for now. David Madison, we don't know anything about. He's 17. Matthew McWilliams, formerly of Cliftonville. David Madison, formerly of Oxford City. Let's bring Matthew McWilliams in, shall we? On trial. Let's see what else we can find in terms of DMs, maybe. Mike King, 17 of Scarborough. Sam Hooper, 18 Chelmsford. Alfie Duffy, Dungannon. I mean, I don't really know what I'm expecting, to be honest. I'm not expecting great guns here. Thankfully, because I'm not expecting great guns, I'm not disappointed. Richard Fark. Dan Matazuka. Oh, hang on. Right, even just a very, very quick eyeballing. Tackling, heading, jumping reach, strength. 6'4". In you come. Let's have a quick little look at you, shall we? Where have you come from? Chris Doyle, 6'2", 29 years old from Southport. Let's have a look at you as well, actually. I mean, we got lucky with the suggestion of DJ Pedro, sorry. So, can we get lucky again? Donovan Purrington. I mean, that is a middle-aged woman's cat, innit? Donovan Purrington. Geezer, you're right. We need to hydrate that. That is. He's got 3 and 7 as well. Surely this is going to be the greatest striker of all time. I mean, I don't even know. That's Lord Donovan Purrington. He's rejected the contract offer. What? Where's it? Here's what I'd like as brilliant. You know what? If he's not going to cost much, 20 quid, let's get him in. We're going to get him in. Irrespective of... He's clearly going to be brilliant. Clearly. Based on literally nothing at all. Other than he's called Donovan Purrington. I like the fact that this challenge is to win trophies. And at the minute, it's basically built on... Well, he's got a funny name. Let's get him in. So Matthew McWilliams is maybe not going to be good enough as a left back. It's fine. Matt Zuka could be someone interesting. Ep13 with a prime. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Lord Donovan and the DJ, surefire winning combo. I think you're right. I mean, look at Matt Zuaka's smile. He's flashing those pearly whites. Chris Doyle could be a good signing as well. So maybe Barton's in with the prime. Everyone's in now. Like, okay, now it's kicking off because we all know it's time for Donovan, don't we? Donovan Purrington has got everyone on board now. So forgot you had the prime sub, mate. I appreciate it. It's very kind. If anyone else has forgot they've got an Amazon Prime sub, then just link your Prime to your Twitch. Free sub for the month. Log yourself in. Doesn't cost anything. Bezos gives us a kickback, and we basically try and improve the stream. So that's what we do. Sean Brown from Larne. Let's see who we're linked with. We're linked with Gabby Aduaka from Letterkenny. A Nigerian winger / forward. And Stafford Clark, which again is a great name. From Exeter under 18s, possibly as a DM maybe. 6'2" and 18 years old. Could be interesting. Ben Mulgrew, 31-year-old Mazzala. Gareth McFadden. Ben Eagle. Ben Eagle a player, is he? Okay. Let's have a little look at you then, because you could be someone quite useful. First touch and pace, you might actually be handy. We'll see. Start of free transfer window, it's opened as well. Matt Zuaka, they're saying, is he good enough? Maybe. No one's mentioning anything about Purrington, are they? Soup's in. 57 types of goals for Soup. How do you feel the squad could be improved? I mean, mate, literally everywhere. Part of the goalkeeper. We're quite happy about our goalkeeper, and that's it. Really. Everywhere else we need some stuff. Soup's in. Andy Hall doesn't look too bad, but he is 34. I don't think he's going to replace Croskery, although having said that, free kicks and corners. He's 34 years old. £300 a week? No chance. No chance. Carl Weatherup? You look quite handy. He looks handy, doesn't it? This fella looks okay. Yeah, he's 16 years old. £10 a week. Tackling of 14. Work rate, teamwork, passing, positioning, aggression, jumping, crossing, acceleration. This is the guy, right? This is one. Rogie, in you come. Here a transfer special is in the house. Mate, you need to see what we've just done, right? So first of all, Soup is signed. Okay, we've got Soup is in officially. Lockdown. Literally just there you go. In. Soup. Locked up and loaded. We're paying him wages now. 50 quid a week. Oh, like just he's the highest earner in the club's history at this point. Okay. We've taken on trial a player called Gakaj, only because I went Kaka. And I forgot we're supposed to sign him actually. We need to try and get him in. Finishing of 14, arrives late in the box. Figure he could be quite handy to have as a backup player if he's pretty cheap. Mrs. J with a gifted sub as well. Hits the hype train. Thank you, Mrs. J. Appreciate that. Slav Chan's got a sub there. Thank you very, very much indeed. McCavitt's back on trial, but we're not going to sign him. We're just going to play him and sort of like be like, oh yeah, come back, but don't come back. Lee Mooney's coming on trial, who we looked at before, and he looks good, but he doesn't look good enough, if that makes sense. Now that he wants 120 quid a week, it's quite a lot of money. I don't really want to spend that sort of money on him at this point, because obviously, McDade's in there doing that number 10 role, so maybe, and then of course Kaká as well. And then we've also got this fella potentially coming in, Donovan Purrington. It's just, I don't know. Where he's come from? Weymouth. 3 goals in 7 games. Assistant manager goes, I hear you're after some players. Last year we offered you DJ Pedro. This year I present Donovan Purrington. And we've all just went, yeah, him. Yeah, get him in. So he doesn't want to come on trial, so we're just going to sign him straight away and presume he's going to be fine. Mooney could be a star, Barton. Mooney could be a star. But having looked at him side by side to McDade, he doesn't give us much more than what we've currently got. And it's 120, 130 quid a week less at this point. So that's where I'm at with it. Like, I agree, he probably will be great. But right now, is he 100% where we need to be putting our money? I don't know. I think the fact that he lacks the ability to finish is a big concern for me, because you've got that sort of like, you're bringing that sort of money in, you're paying that sort of money, for a player, and you're thinking, well, is he going to buy me goals? Is he buying me promotion? Is he buying me a chance of staying in this division? I don't know, because not only do I have to pay for him, I've then got to pay for somebody else to finish if he's not going to score. So I kind of have to pay 2. And at this point, that's where I'm trying to balance up my head, going, is he worth it? There's no doubt in my mind he's a good player, but can I buy him and a striker who are going to score all the goals? So the striker needs to hit the target every single time if he's not going to score. If he's got finishing of 3 as a number 10, He's not got long shots, so he's not banging them in from the edge of the area. He's not really got passing, so he's not even going to really create, to be honest. His vision's okay. He might spot the pass, but he's not going to make the pass, to be honest. The more I'm looking at it, the more I'm thinking he's not really the player for us at this moment in time. He will be good, but I think he needs a bit of improvement. I think, whereas if I compare him to McDade right now, we know he's not the finished article, right? And looking at his attributes, you'd instantly say he's not as good, but he weighed in with some goals last year because his finishing's already a bit better. His off the ball is a tiny bit better, and he's not costing us 130 quid. If it was relatively similar values, I'd be going, yeah, let's get rid of McDade and bring this guy in. But I think for that sort of money, that's centre forward money. That's your star player, and we still need to sign our star player. So I'd be. We could afford it. But we've still got a left back we need to sign. We still need a centre back, and we still need a striker. We can't go into the season with the left backs we've got. They're just not good enough. We can't go into the season with the centre backs we've got. They're not good enough. We haven't got any DMs. So in that sense, where the priority lies is not there. We could play McDade, we could play McCavitt. We could play Soup, technically, in there, if needs be. If we go into the season with no DMs, we're stuffed. If we go into the season with just these left backs, we're stuffed. That's my justification for it at this moment in time. If that makes sense. Do we agree? Do we think? I think we make that the top priority actually at this point. So does that make sense? Just about. I sort of think I've managed to justify my decision. But then again, we do still need to work out what's actually available, because this guy's available at left back. He's better than what we've got, but is he better than what we've got? If that makes sense. Again, not massively. He's quicker, he's not as good in the air, he's better attacking, and he's not much better defending. And he's only 2.5 stars, or 3.5 stars, sorry. Technical attributes are much better. Physicals are better actually as well. But again, is he a first teamer? Not convinced. DMs though, we need some DMs through. I'm not going back to the 35-year-old again. We also need the thing to pull through for Cliftonville's players as well. Actually, we need to get them. See what they've got. Because again, we haven't exactly got a lot of options. Jack McFeely. Reasonable again, he can't bring him in on trial either. Some players we just can't get through as well. That's also causing a bit of concern for me, because I'd like to take a second look at people and be like, are you any good? Are you not any good? Yeah, we're just not going to know. So yeah, so it might be a case of we run close to the wire in terms of recruitment. Connor Gormley. He was good enough last year. I don't think he's good enough this year. Well, he played well for Distillery last year. Where did Distillery finish? 6th. But again, right back is not really a priority area, is it? What was he getting? Lost possession 25. He lost possession 25 times per 90 minutes. 3 sprints, 0.2 dribbles, 1.18 tackles, 82% of his headers, 2.18 pressing. Didn't really have a great time, did he? Didn't have a very good season last year. Let him go, I think. He's versatile, but maybe not. Free kick takers we can sort out later on. Like Ferrisville for loan. Foreman, of course, as well. Diver's taken a bit of a dive there, hasn't he? Ryan Boyle's struggling a little bit. Bjorn Blythe, get this guy in. I mean, 275? Jesus. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for a physio. Right, Scott Graham's gone in. I'm not paying 240 quid for a physio. Open up the door, watch all the G's forward. Smoke clouds follow while we hit another quarter. Surely not. Surely not. Like a transporter. It's a privilege to know me. That's 100 on my broski. 1-2 punch, damn this thing hitting fully. Fresh pot of gumbo and we back up on our bully. Possible Mazzala maybe. We don't play with the Mazzala, but Soup's in. We play with Soup. Mrs. J handing out gifted subs, most supportive Twitch other half. She is. She absolutely is. Although, to be fair, I have just had a message from her saying you owe me 5 quid from the joint account. I'm like, hang on. Right, Donovan Purrington's in. Okay, quick poll before we go further. Let's just see if we're all on the same page here. Yeah. Perfect. Go. Pull before we unveil. Donovan, what a Dono man. I mean, what are we thinking? Does she only get you half and half? Jeff takes the rest. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I get less than the 50% that Twitch give me because Mrs. J takes half of it as well. Purrington, Yessington. I mean, he's 20 quid appearance fee. Even if he's crap, he's going to be worth it, right? Can we strike gold twice? DJ Pedro was incredible with no knowledge at all. Can we get Can we get Purrington as well? Obviously, last night we were all buying Banbridge shirts with DJ Pedro on the back, or Soup. Imagine asking for one that's got Purrington on the back. They're going to be going, what? In relation to Ben Purrington? I mean, look, Jam, don't go trying to bring reality in here. That could be, because he's at Weymouth, so who's Ben Purrington? Ben Purrington's a footballer, so it's possible. Plays for Ross County. Exeter. Maybe. Is Donovan Purrington? I mean, I've Googled Donovan Purrington, and that's not a name. That is not a real name at all. So he's definitely not real. I could have looked at his new gen face as well there, and just went, that's not a real face. But instead, I was like, I'm going to Google him. I'm going to Google him and just double check to see where we are. We reckon he's perfect. Drum roll, please. B minus. B minus. He's okay. He's all right. He's all right. He's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but he's not bad. Finishing 5, not brilliant. Off the ball 7, teamwork 18, work rate 12, bravery, acceleration. He's a poacher. He's fine. Shoots from distance with his long shots of 4. He'll fit right in, to be honest, because all of our players do the same thing. They just shoot from distance and go. For this league at 17, he looks like he could be good. Yeah. Unambitious. Brilliant. Carl Coulson. Look at Carl Coulson. How cool is that guy? This is a proper death stare, just like... Love him. Tristan Edwards. Hey, Weymouth have got some reasonable staff, haven't they? Okay. Right, Donovan Purrington. Donovan Purrington is in. And then I think we also have to bring in Kakar as well, don't we? Just to, add to the stupidity. And appearance fees again, perfect. Right, Matt Zuaka, what we thinking? I need some more information on you. 6'4", heading and jumping reach, teamwork and tackling. That's what I like. Again, another Weymouth boy. He's a real boy. We need to get him. He's another Weymouth lad. So, is he friends with Purrington? English and Japanese. Perfect. Perfect. He's a Japanese scout. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Fringe player, £95 a week. Right, here's the question. £95 a week, is he worth it? Thank you, by the way. Thank you, Jem. Thoughts? two down, 31 to go still. So it's gonna be a long challenge. It's gonna be a long challenge, but we've chipped away. That's the important thing. As myself and Mrs. J were talking this morning, saying the fact that we've actually managed to chip 2 trophies off in season 2, that makes the challenge not seem doable, but like there's now a sort of like, oh, okay, maybe Because before it would have been like, oh, you know what? If we don't get anything, then it's like, oh, great. 3 seasons in, Jameson's won nothing. Really? Are we going to do this again? Or do we have a look at Chris Doyle? He's the other option. Heading, jumping, tackling's not as good. Determination's a bit better. He is 29. He's from Liverpool, sadly. Would be great if you get Mawson Northern Ireland with Banbridge. For me, that would be perfect. That'd be great. I'd love that. Matsuaka 6'4". You know what? Can we get it over the line? 80 quid a week. We're throwing money here. We're throwing. I did chuckle at myself a bit when you were dispensing advice in Athletic podcast, but here you are, well on your way to FM Elite. Hey, this is the thing. This is also the issue as well, is that the narrative of me being shit at the game is beautiful. It's beautiful. You know, I'm not saying I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm certainly not saying I know what I'm doing, but there is somewhere, there's something between that, like, doesn't know what he's doing, is an expert. I'm in that middle ground. To be fair, I don't think anyone was sitting there like going, oh, it's season 3, he's not winning anything, everyone enjoys the ride. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Rogie, but I think there's that thing of going, if it's season 3, we've not signed anybody, or we've not won anything, there naturally there will be this thing of, and it is only natural to be sat going, oh, he's bit off more than he can chew with this. This is like, this is Indonesia all over again. Like he's gonna quit. He's gonna quit, and that's a reasonable thing to think. So I'm glad that we've already got 2 in, because that makes things a little bit easier now. Not a little bit easier, but it certainly makes it like a bit more. All right, cool. We've got something off. We've got something. You know, Indonesia is fantastic content. I appreciate that, Jim. I loved Indonesia. It was the best time. Indonesia was fun. There's more of a home element to this. It makes it easier to follow. Yeah. I completely agree. And I think the numbers would agree as well. We've been getting decent numbers for this as well, which is great. The only thing I think has been a worry is the fact that if you miss a stream, you've genuinely missed stuff. So that's a thing to think about, isn't it? We could complete Norway realistically. We might do, actually. Armagh and Ballymacash are in for Mazuaka. So, okay. We'll see how he feels about us. Diego McGann. Northern Ireland / Costa Rica. Do you have a graphic? It'd be good if you can bring something up to how your progress. We do indeed. There you go. That's the graphic right there. That shows where we're at, what we've still got to do. Oh, there's still a lot to do. There's still an awful lot to do. But as I say, the fact of the matter is, it now has something ticked off it. Because it would be worse if there was nothing ticked off, to be honest. Diego McCann seems like a decent player, doesn't he? He does seem a good player. Lots to do, but less than I'd imagine. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Would you do 100 quid? 110 for a defensive midfielder could be handy enough. You may well take the Papa John's off to that trophy as yours. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, like, you know, we get to keep that, right? It's like when you win the Champions League 5 times, you get to keep the trophy. We kept the Papa John's, so that's already in there. To be fair, even if we brought previous achievements from other eras of FM, I still think we'd be struggling to get this over the line. You know, and we did well with Spartans way back in the day, 2010. Still think I'd be sat there struggling, going, oh dear, I need another one. Okay, so Warren Point have made a bid for Paul Tracy. No, you're not going anywhere. Toby Andrews has signed a new deal. Kaka is in. Excellent. Need to get a sound effect for him, I think. He's a bee. Love it. Kakar and Purrington. I'm having a great time tonight, to be honest. So there's a central midfielder, a forward. He's a bee. You said it was a bird a minute ago. Oh, we don't need bees. Oh, Dollingstown want to try and sign Lewis Hunter. Do we get Hunter on a contract? Do we lock him down? He deserves locking down, doesn't he? It's about to give us the birds and the bees. Well, twitching is a thing, isn't it? Like, that's maybe what it must be. I'll spare you all. Connor Murphy, get the hydrates and appreciate that, Connor. Oh, Diego McGann's gone to Newry. Missed out on a big time player there by the looks of it. Right, okay. And Newry in the top flight, they are, aren't they? Oh, they're Championship as well. Oh dear. Harry Lynch looks good. Not going to let him go, are they? He's from Costa Rica. Ezekiel McGann, Daniel Ezekiel McGann. Yeah. Well, we thought we were going to get him, but apparently not. Where are he predicted to finish? I would imagine if we're not predicted to finish bottom, there'd be a. Oh no, we haven't even pulled through yet to next season. This is where we're meant to finish last season, right? So instead of getting promoted, we were meant to finish 9th in the Intermediate League. We finished 2nd. So that shocked a few people, didn't it? So yeah, at that point, all bets are off. Just need to spin through to the next bit so we can sort of like pull everything through. Ballyclare have made an approach for Arshavin. Still doesn't want to come. Like, Ballyclare, what a bunch of bastards. What league is this? We're going into the Championship in Northern Ireland, Connor. So we're going into the 2nd division. We've just got promoted from Division 3. We came 2nd on the last day of the season. We managed to get ourselves into that position. Last day of the season, and got ourselves promoted in the relegation playoff. Beat Ballymacash Rangers. Lost the first leg. Won the second leg, and we also won the cup as well, or one of the cups, I should say. Sorry. So we've managed to get ourselves a promotion and a regional cup as well. So Hunter has managed to lock himself down with a proper contract. Excellent. And Connor Gormley has left to join Limavady. Any regional cups in Northern Ireland that you'll need to move clubs? Probably. I mean, we will obviously come back down the ranks at some point as well to get those cups. But at this point, we're just going straight. We're just sort of like ploughing forward with, let's move on, see how much we can get done with Banbridge, and then if we have to come backwards, we will do. Gutted that we can't get Sharvin in. And Matt Zawaka's gone to Armagh, and he's not even on a contract. He's literally not. He's signed for nothing. Unbelievable. Right. Okay, time to try and get Chris Doyle in then. Does Chris Doyle look reasonable? Is this a fight? Is this a fair enough backup centre half? 11 for heading, 13 for jumping reach. Acceleration's not brilliant. Positioning and teamwork's fine. Be nice to resign in the post-match interview after the Champions League win because you still need to win the County Antrim Shield. Exactly, yeah. Oh, sorry, lads, I've got something I need to finish. Unfinished business. We will have plenty of unfinished business, to be honest. There's a lot of football still to be played. As I say, 33 trophies, so even I was thinking, well, at best, we could do this in 50 seasons. So, you know, it's going to take a while. Let's have a look at scouted players, shall we? Centre backs. Go back there again. Surely there's someone's going to pop up that we haven't seen. Joe Reed. No. That car, right, lad. We don't want to just jump straight in on, do we? But again, they're saying he's a priority. Compare him to Evans. He's a better defender. He's better in the air. He's quicker. He's not as physical. He's only a 3-star. He's 6'4" as well, though. Marking strong. Oh, hang on. Give me 2 seconds. We have a child. Child is not a command just yet. Just yet, I should say. So, I might be Tom. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you for that. At the minute, it looks like Evans is obviously a more technically gifted player and a more mentally gifted player. So, yeah, there's not really anything happening there for old Luke Cartwright, is there? Apart from that, he's 6'4", which, to be fair, shouldn't be sniffed at. Aitchison. Is he an option? He's very old. 33. He's very old for football, in footballers' terms, I should say. Sorry. Daniel Gordon. Again, doesn't really offer much. I think we're going to struggle. I think we're going to struggle to get decent recruits in at this point. I was full of optimism, and now I'm like, I'm not sure. I was kind of expecting a bit more beat-driven stuff here as well on the hip-hop playlist, but I thought, you know what, it'd be quite nice. We'll do sort of some stuff like that. That'd be great. Alternative. No, we don't want alternative. We want, there you go. See this way. If you check the low market, and by that I mean Hartlepool's reserves. We have asked our director of football for more players, and they suggested Donovan Purrington. So Durrell Manhurts. Again, I think he's perfect. Conal Atkinson. Harmony Okwumo. Yes to all these guys. Not sure if these are going to be options, but let's see, shall we? Thomas Avagustidis. mean, yes, you can play all over the place. Charlie Wood. Evening, Guitars, how are you? Welcome in. Andy Davies from Dungannon. Actually, Dungannon still got that lad that we like. Sean Conway. Shea Conway, he's the guy. Can't move just yet. Got to come back in from next season. All very good, thank you. Very good indeed. Shea Larkin. Let's draw that, we just want a trial. Tyreek Tixala. I mean, we have got some names here, haven't we? Mohammed Habib. How's the challenge going? The challenge is going slowly, get us. Right, actually, you know what? No, it's not. It's not going slowly at all, actually. It's going pretty well. We've won 2 trophies in 2 seasons now. So we got ourselves promoted into the Northern Irish Championship, which is great. And we won one of the Northern Irish Cups. Both of those in the last stream. So we're coming off the back of a little bit of like good fortune. So we're well happy with that. What we're currently waiting for now is players' contracts to expire, so we can have a look at them and try and sign some new players. Because obviously now we've been promoted, we're like, we could maybe do with some new players. Also as well, the players that we want don't want to come and sign for us, so that's also part of the problem. But that's what happens when you're one of the teams who are low down, and and you get promoted by accident.
In a twist, and I boss like communist. No, I can never ever get back all the things I missed. But I'm that man, I think you got the gist.
But at the end of the day, we've also signed players with funny names, so there is that as well. Banbridge topped the sponsorship table. Hey, look at that. £80,000. Yes, please. Banbridge increased stature significantly. We have jumped. Where have we jumped to? There you are, look at that, look. Half a star reputation now. Cliftonville, 4th. They're the team that they're our affiliate. Lough41 Kieran Evans. No, not happening. Not happening. Got sacked at Scarborough, so I apologise for laughing when you did Arsenal swap Yorkshire Coast with South Coast. Yeah, it does. It's a tricky one, that, isn't it? It does come back round. But yeah, no, hey, look, at the end of the day, everyone gets sacked. Everyone gets sacked. But yeah, it's all about having fun, man. It's all about having fun. I said we'd definitely get sacked at Arsenal, so it was a thing that was going to happen. I'm not sure if Arshavin's going to come. Sadly. It's easy for you to type crew, isn't it? But you're right, I suppose if our rep has increased a little bit, then maybe that might be enough for him. Nah, the squad isn't strong enough. Dean Waters. Do you fancy a trip? No, you don't want to come? Not under any circumstance. I mean, alright, mate. Leave it out. No halfpenny. It's like worth going in for you. Adam Neal. Adam Neal could be interested as a first team player. Tina McCauley. Is it worth seeing if Morgan Gore might come? Morgan Gore is a good shout, He is a good shout. He's at Cambertown. I mean, we don't know anything about him other than the fact that he does bits for everyone else. So, I'll tell you what, let's try and get him in on a trial. He probably won't come on trial, will he? He's no, we can't trial him in. 13 goals for Swansea Uni. 23 years old. He's wanted by Keffy Druids and Llanelli. He only got 2 goals last season though at Carmarthen. So let's have a think. Let's not dive in just yet. Null halfpenny's a possibility. Conal Delaney. I'm just basically trying to find any players at Crewe who might be interested in coming. 2 goals might just be bad management and time you can save him. There is that. There absolutely is that. But we've now got to work out who's he going to budge out the team. Is he going to budge out the DJ? Is he going to budge out Donovan Purrington? 25 for Swansea. Oof. Do we think we can get Morgan? Is Morgan Gore going to be the one? Evening, mad scientist. How are you? I mean, how much does he want? Important player. 90? 70, do I reckon? I mean, we can get him in despite not knowing anything about him. So there is that. Yes, mad scientist. How are you, buddy? How are you? Welcome. Hope life is treating you good. We're just trying to do a little bit of rejigging in Northern Ireland as we get towards Championship. Got some good players to keep you up. Not sure, Nordalska. Not sure just yet. We'll soon find out, I'm guessing. Colin Millen's contract's been terminated. Where does he sit? Oh, he sits all the way down the bottom. Sign him for the future. Bring him in on a trial, but I'm not sure if he's going to be good enough. We need players who can just jump straight in. Dungannon versus Banbridge Town. Okay, so we can still do the Middlester Cup. That's good. Expectation review. Still got the Euro Electrics Middlesters. Still got the Northern Irish Cup. And we got the Championship to go for. So let's have a quick look on the board. Middlester. Well, it's the Antrim Shield and the Steel and Sons Cup. We can't do it at the minute. So we have to try and work out where they come. Okay, it'll be fine. Maybe check out them in 21 says free guys are super cheap. So that's a good shout. We're going to do that. We're also still waiting to see these Cliftonville players as well, to see what we've got there. I think we're right about Mooney Mind. His attributes aren't really moving, to be honest, are they? We've got 54 days until our next match. Andrew Drill as well. Wanted by Lough41. Now Lough41 are in our division, so I think we have to go for him. Doesn't want to come. Mooney could be a late bloomer, but I can't justify spending 100 and odd quid on him a week at this point, because I think if we were spending that money on a striker, we'd expect goals, wouldn't we? We'd expect goals. What's he going to bring us at 100 and odd quid? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you sit there and go, he has to bring stuff in 100 quid? What are we paying for? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's like, if we're paying for a defender, we're trying to buy clean sheets. We're trying to make sure we don't concede goals. If he's not got long shots, or he's not got something to bring to the table, I don't really know what we do with that money. Chris Doyle at this point, leading Northern Irish level 4. He's probably not good enough either, is he? Oh. Bailey Rubbery. Auden Bell. Lewis Barr. Mitchell Waterson. I think we've hit the point where we know we're not going to like just literally fall across great players or trip ourselves over great players. It's going to be a little bit of luck more than anything, I think. With some signings now. So what do we know about the reserves? Still nothing. Sharvin's rejected Ballyclare. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, so he's still on the table. He's still technically our number 1 target. Jamie Haveron. 19, vision 10, passing 8, tackling 5. We need 2 DMs, that's what we need. Transfer policy, use the transfer market. Brilliant. Brilliant transfer policy right there. Yeah, we're trying to think about our new policy. Yeah, our policy is try and buy players. Oh, good. Good, yeah. Would never have thought of that, so thanks. I keep going back and thinking, do we just go over this guy? 6'5", 34. What can possibly go wrong? Emergency backup, but still an A-star emergency backup player. It's definitely up there with do a win, isn't it? Yeah, definitely there with do a win. And then we've just managed to lose that one because I've been a bit miserly with me wages. Okay. Right, left backs. There's got to be some left backs somewhere, surely. The thing is, I know that we haven't got the best scouts in the world, but even still, you'd have thought by now someone would have been like, oh, actually, here's a player. Oh, Sam Watton, again. Good player for the future, but not necessarily right now. Tony Ward, again the same. 5'6" isn't really doing it for me either, is it? I'm gonna have to go back to the old ask the AM. Jaden Matthew, Ben Siggers. I mean, look at his haircut. Can't take him seriously. I'm not convinced by any of these. And the reason I'm not convinced is because I've got no idea about them. Literally no idea. I'll tell you what, you're... Right, you don't need any wages. We'll try it. Charlie Wood will try. We might as well just get the players in, hope for the best. If they don't play, they don't play. You know. Should Charlie Wood be saying no? Great. This is the thing, we don't know anything about these players. We got lucky last year. Very, very lucky last year. Lucked out with Crawford. Production's rejected Ballyclare. He still doesn't want to come either. He's not even got an agent, so we can't sort of like tap the agent and be like, right, what's he saying here? You can afford to burn players at this level. We can. Yeah, we can. It's that speed with the Cliftonville thing at the minute. I'd like a bit of that to come through, you know? So I'd be like, right, here's what you've got. What do you think? I mean, if we were to go right now with our side, we'd be looking at probably Campbell in for Keane, Soups in. I think Alves would obviously come out. I mean, James Andrews actually is a reasonable player. We could put him in, but again, it's a youngster. It's another youngster to chuck in and sort of go, mate, there you go. You get in there. You hit the ground running. It's big pressure when you're sort of putting them into a new division, you know. McCavitt could play there, but then again, it gets forward, doesn't he? So do we make him as a box to box? And then sort of play slightly like that. And go almost into our sort of old-fashioned Indonesian formation, really. Could work. McCavitt goes up and down. Hamilton does the blocking here. McDade goes wandering. We could do that. I'd rather not, but we could. Because the thing is, McCavitt's got the traits there of gets forward whenever possible, knocks the ball past, moves his foot, tries to dribble. So he wants to be getting forward. We could play McMahon there, I suppose. It's just a DM. It means we then lose a bit of dynamism with McCavitt. That's even though we've brought players in, there's no improvement on last season here, is there? Really? No improvement. And that's the worrying thing. That's a good formation for a new promoted team. Yeah, we can always move McDade back, I suppose, put McCavitt in there if we need to. We can be quite defensive, which I think is probably what we're going to have to be. We're going to have to just look to try and nullify teams more than anything and be a bit more defensive, but that's sort of where we go, I suppose. One up top, try and look to not concede as many. Hit on the break if we can do. Score from a set piece if we can do. Which I suppose is sort of realistically what we expect, really. You know, it's not going to be free-flowing football. It's not going to be, you know, coming out and all guns blazing. We're not going to be passing the football. We certainly won't be doing that. We did it a little bit towards the back end of last season. We started to do some quite nice stuff, but this is right back to agricultural football again, I think. I demand 19-goal thrillers every single time. I mean, yeah, I demand that as well, but I also don't demand the ball to be touched by the midfielders. We tried cautious defensive in FM23, not something I've used. I'll be honest, not really. I haven't really used it. There's been moments in games when we've gone cautious, but like it can work. I think I've seen people get a lot of joy out of it, but yeah, it's not something that we've physically done ourselves. But yeah, maybe we should start doing stuff like that. We'll have a little look at some friendlies tonight as well. We don't normally play friendlies, but it's always nice just to have a little look at how the team sort of continued on from last season, really. We're certainly not going to play all the friendlies, obviously. Right, a recruitment meeting. Let's see what we can get then. Great recruitment meeting suggests nothing is happening so far, which is sort of to be expected, really, to be honest. Just simply to give the other team the ball instruction. Very, very attacking. Yeah, it can be. It can be. Podrick Lynch. Look, I don't know if he's going to be much better than what we've got, but we can certainly have a little look, shall we? Could be fine. Augustidis is a centre back apparently. I'll take a look. And Gore is a possibility, everyone. Gore's a possibility. 80 quid a week. I hope this works out. I hope this works out. C+ for Augustidis. A B for Gore. Okay. Could be the perfect replacement for McCavitt. 12 for finishing, 11 for acceleration. Leadership, off the ball. Better than DJ Pedro, apparently. Okay. Up the Morgan Gore. Up the Morgan Gore. He does look very exciting. He does look exciting. Dean Corrigan. Lewis Laughlin. Mark McCabe. Mark Hall. We'll probably not go for Mark Hall, to be honest. Jordan McMullen. Better right back. Tell you what. Corrigan doesn't want to come in. Laughlin at full back. 5'8", 19, tackling 13, marking 8. Determination. He might be okay. No, apparently not. And then Charlie Wood can come in as well. Right. Let's see what these two look like then. Two low knees. C+ for him. C+ for him. Yeah, they're not great, are they? Defensive mid. He could be okay, maybe, but good first touch, good determination. Passing and teamwork, tackling's not brilliant. Yeah, they might not be the guys. Lulu Buster missed a few streams. How's it been going? So you've missed a lot. You've missed a lot, Lulu Buster. Last night we started the stream in 5th. We ended the stream in 2nd. We managed to get ourselves a 14 in 14 matches, we lost 1 game last night, and we won promotion via the playoffs. So we're in the Irish Championship now, and we also won one of the cups. So we've got two trophies on the in the cabinet now. So we're very, very happy about that. And yeah, it's been very exciting. Been very exciting indeed. So we're now trying to do a bit of wheeling and dealing, just to try and get us ready for next year. But I think it's all going to be a case of trying our best to stay up. So 2 trophies. So the cup and the league promotion also counts as a trophy in the in this challenge here. So we've ticked 2 off now, which is great. Have I played Football Manager for 24 hours straight? I have, madness. Yes, I did do that once as part of Mark Watson's 24 hours thing for Comic Relief. So yeah, did that. It was good. It's good. Also, University, it was called. Quite a lot of Football Manager. Quite a lot. Did you get to meet Pudsey? I got to meet Annika Rice. That was quite good. There's a celebrity that I've been made aware of. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Let's put Morgan Gore up there with the DJ. Obviously, Donovan Purrington's got to be up there as well. I think we've now got a lot of strikers. Did she show up in the chopper? That shows my age. I think she might have done. Evening below, by the way. Welcome in. Big shout for Lewitt there. Definitely worse celebrities to have met. Oh, many worse. Many worse, Barton. But yeah, thankfully we're not compiling a list of bad people tonight. So Rui Alves, I don't think Rui Alves is really cut out for life at Banbridge. He's played twice for us. I feel bad for the guy. I feel bad for him, you know. We know what's going to happen. Tune in tomorrow when Tony opens their tier list website and does his bad person list. It's Tony Jameson FM, FM Rogie. Yeah, there's definitely a list of bad people that we could meet. Oh, I've met some wrong-uns. We'll make it on FM channel. Yeah, good shout. This is why you're here. You look after me. You know, you make sure everything runs smoothly. Alright, so Lee Mooney's left for now. Still need some of these centre halves to start coming in, don't we? Is Tosh good or bad? Work rate's not good, but he can play everyone. One dribbling is difficult to accept. Very, very, very difficult. 5 crossing is practically a winger, though. Even in Sondre, are you using an RDF tactic, or did you make it from scratch? No. This is one we designed ourselves. We don't do downloaded tactics around here. We lose by our own imagination. Can't be giving anyone else the get out clause, you know. Oh, Louis, yeah, you timed it perfectly. You timed it perfect last night, man. Genuinely, you were in right there. Just be like, right, I'm in. I know what's going on now. Here we go. I can hear RDS eyes rolling from here. Probably. I've got a feeling he'd be shouting at me. I mean, I don't think we've improved the squad just yet. I don't think we've improved the squad. I mean, who's this? What are they recommending there? Where's the social feed? Who's this manager? Where's he come from? Millwall. Don't know where they're getting his name from. Don't care. Say the fans. Excellent. Data hub. Why is there now a new thing for the data hub? Like, surely we don't lose last season's data hub, do we? I don't know. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't refresh every season, surely. I don't think it did last year. Maybe we weren't watching last year. Right, Chris Doyle's left because we didn't really lock him down. I'm not massively sold on him at this point. Might not be him. Data refreshes at the switchover point. That makes sense. Code of conduct, everyone's happy with that. Pre-season team meeting. Now remember, they were all pissed off when I said that we want to attempt to avoid relegation. So let's try and hope that they're all going to be fine with that this time round. I hope we're all ready to go down fighting. Yes, good. There you go. Everyone's happier now. Hey guys, who's ready for relegation? We are. Yay! That's what we're talking about. None of this confidence malarkey. Don't want that. Confidence is not what we're here for. So Whittleson's gone to Institute. We would have paid that money. We would have paid it, but he obviously didn't want to come. Jack Sharvin. Ooh, here we go. Why did we put money in for Gore? Why did we agree to pay for Gore? I think we're about to get Sharvin. This could be exciting. Ooh, you know what? Let's try and get Halfpenny as well. This could be exciting. Could be about to do something quite handy. All of a sudden, we might have too many forwards. I'm starting to think we shouldn't have pressed the button on Gore. But we weren't to know. Were we? Or do we be dicks to McDade and get rid of him? Because this is essentially what I was looking at when we were looking at Mooney, right? And we were saying, look, you know, do we pay the money for Mooney? He's not going to get us goals. We're now potentially looking to pay the same amount of money for Sharvin, who will be getting us goals. Chief Scout Raggio recommended goal though. That is a good point. Halfpenny's in. Unsure. Squad's overloaded with some midfielders. Yeah, but not good ones though. Not good one. Jack Sharvin. is through the door. We can play 2 up front. We can. Can't resist buying forwards and wingers and end up 4-2-4. Everyone's happy. Yes. Sharvin's in. £120 a week. Oof. He's going to be a millionaire. 21 goals in 27 matches last season in the league. 27 in 36 in total. So this is the guy that we're hoping we're going to put all of our faith in. Jamie Dorran. Not happening. But yes, he's a great player. Right, let's have a look at this then. We need to either move some players or cut some players. So Podrick Lynch probably isn't going to make the grade, so we can get rid of him. Cowland Millen isn't going to make the grade. Cut him. To be fair, these two are probably end up going in the reserves. So let's move them actually. Charlie Wood. I don't think he's going to get in there either. Rui Alves can go in the reserves as well. We should probably cut him at 26. He's not going to get a game, is he? Cassidy, unfortunately, isn't really pushing through. Move him to the reserves. Have I stayed World Cup free? Of course I have, Lulu Buster. Of course I have. There's nothing for me to watch today. Nothing to see. Mr. Rich Owens, speaking of things to see though, the World Cup is not something we want to see, but Rich Owens streaming is definitely what we want to see. Big shout out to Rich Owens. Go and drop the man a follow if you can do, everyone, please, if you haven't already done so. And if you haven't done so, why have you not done so? We say this all the time. FM is hard, Mexico is hard. Okay, right, so when we said go and follow Rich Owens, what we meant is don't follow Rich Owens. He's making Football Manager look difficult again. Welcome in though. Welcome in, buddy. What's been happening? What's been happening? Tell Uncle Tony what's gone wrong. I did, so I promise. Yeah, we appreciate you vastly, Mr. United City FM. We have done some fun things tonight. We've done some silly things. We've signed a player. Right, we've signed a player. Okay. Last season we signed a player called DJ Pedro. Okay, genuinely, a player called DJ Pedro. We knew nothing about him. Our assistant manager said this guy could be quite good. We went, yeah, he probably could be, and we took a bit of a gamble on him, and he was great. He helped us get promoted. 5 goals in 10 games, so 1 in 2, brilliant. Tonight we have signed Donovan Purrington. Again, we've got no idea about who this person is, but we've just done it. And he seems fine, possibly as well. So he might come in and be someone half decent, maybe in the future, possibly. We don't know. But what we do know is we've just signed Jacques Charvin, who was incredible last season. He scored 21 goals in 27 in the league. He scored 27 goals overall. So we're going to try and bring him in, and he's going to be the guy who's going to get us the goals this year as well. We've also got a couple of players we've brought in. Noel Harpin, we'll put him in there as well in place of Hamilton, because he's been a bit of a knobhead. We also signed Morgan Gore, who's been scoring goals all over the place in Wales for people who've been doing the British Steel Challenge down there. So that's cool. But we still haven't got a centre back yet. We still haven't got a centre back who's good enough for this division. So that's going to be the issue. But there's loads of time until the new season starts. Right? I'll be fine. I'll be totally fine. Possibly. He says he hopes. But apart from that, it's all gonna be fine. We've got a couple of we'll play a couple of friendlies tonight just to sort of get some football played. But and I say some football played in the loosest sense of the word, because we try not to make our players play too much football, because if it's not agricultural, it's not working. So yeah, that's sort of where we're at with it. We're expected to be relegated because we got promoted on the last day of last season via the playoffs, and then we also won a cup as well, so well happy with that. So as you can imagine, the 33 trophies we've got to win is now only 31 trophies, so pretty much flying at this point now in the challenge. So also should say as well, by the way, enjoyed FMT. Had a little listen to that today. Had a listen to it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Would have been better with Kevin, obviously, but you know, Kev had a birthday, so of course everyone say happy birthday to Kev. And Kev turned up just at the right time last night as well. So Kev and Lewitt both turned up, got all the excitement going down, and yeah, I hope it was fun. It was fun. Oh, bit of eccentric goalkeeping there from Hunter. Mason with the corner now. Whipped in, cleared away. So we're playing against Auchinleck. I presume a Scottish. Dive against the ball away before nearly scoring an own goal. These guys are getting in at us, aren't they? It's not really fair. Well, it's just a friendly, lads. Don't take it too seriously. Good challenge. Sharvin brings it away. Here's Soup. Fouled. Free kick. Corner, in fact. Evans, who was our top goal scorer last season, by the way, and he's a centre back. He scored 2 cracking free kicks in one match. Halfpenny. Oh, what a strike that is. That's a hell of a hit. I know it's only a friendly, but that deserves the arms, right? Look at this. Loads of space. Soup finds Halfpenny. Yeah, pick that one out. Oh, if he's got that in his locker, we'll be happy. That could come in very handy this season. I think we're setting off a little bit too much here. Presume we should be on top here. Presume. So is the network save for you guys on... It's Thursday, isn't it, for the network save? Is that right? I'm sure it is. Good ball. Croskery. Deflector up and over the top. I quite like these sort of transfer window streams because they are very, very relaxed. Very relaxed. It feels like a Sunday stream. It is a Thursday, and I've already heard that United City's being evil, Kev, which is very interesting, to be honest. Youngson Croskery goes down. No penalty. It's never going to be a penalty, that. Never. Me evil, no, exactly, yeah. Old Mr. on the fence over there. Hey, you can't be mean, Kev. It's not in your nature. But money does crazy things to people, doesn't it? There's the DJ. Hits it over the top. Oh, that's a horrible tackle. Horrible tackle. He's got to go. He's gone. He's gone. Yeah. Thought as much. Let's see if we can do two up top. See what works here. Sharvin. Croskery. Soup. He's got to do better. Hasn't he? Oh, never be upset that you've got the money, Kev. Ayrshire represents, yeah, that's right, Rogi. Although you've already got one of your men has already decided he wants to get sent off. He chose violence, which is fine. I think we're playing Stranraer next as well, so haven't got as much as anyone. Ooh, should have really done better there. That should have been a goal. But you know what? We need to start. Why are we still sat in a low block? Come on, let's push up a bit. Let's try and force the issue. We're 1-0 up in a friendly, and we're still sitting in a low block. Right, Youngson with the ball up top to nobody. That's what we like. Get the ball in the mixer. Brings it down. Croskery gives the ball away again. Right, we're going to make changes at half time because some of these players are just not really thinking, to be honest, are they? Launches it. The DJ. There's Sharvin. That's what we pay the money for. That's a goal right there, isn't it? That's brilliant. Monday's gone very nicely, thank you, Kev. Very nicely indeed. Great ball back across as well by Pedro. Then Sharvin finishes it off. Evening, Dan Reese, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome to an incredibly relaxed Monday transfer special. Did your opponent team just steal the name Anderlecht and translate it? It's quite possible, actually. I like that. I like that possibility. We've got all these letters. What can we do with it? Make an anagram? Yeah, that'll work. Let's bring Crosker off for Purrington. Let's bring Pedro off for Gore. See what Gore can do. He's a poacher as well, is he? Okay. Scottish, the Irish will never take the Talbot. McCavitt's possible. Oh, of course we want to see Kaká. So he'll come on as well at some point in the second half. Bring Sharvin off for him. So yeah, 2-0 up. We will revert back to potentially one up front, maybe two. I guess Kaká can probably play it there if he needs to as well. Just trying out a couple of new players, seeing if they're any good. Not that you can really tell, of course, in a friendly, but oh, Evans, dreadful defensive mistake there. Oh dear, terrible. I know we said we needed a defender, but we didn't want to be replacing Evans. Great hit though. Nice finish. It's 2-1 against 10 men. Right, Sharvin's already got himself a goal, so let's bring Kaká on then. Let's see what he can do. One of my favourite teams in FM is Daniel Butterworth. Every time he scores, I think to myself, yeah, this man is worth butter. I like that a lot. Oh, good save. Let's try and switch some players around. Try some other players out. Bring Soup off as well, actually. Jordan Little can go on there. Thing is, of course, it'll be quite upsetting if I do end up drawing with 10 men, having been 2-0 up as well. Very nice ball. Goal's not going to get there, unfortunately. Really, Purrington. What a ball. Little, oh. Great ball from Purrington. You thought Little had got that finish, to be honest. It is 2-2. It is. It's a great strike. It's a great strike. What's Hunter doing, man? Not good enough. Not good enough. You know, we need to be getting these sorts of games done. Even if this is only fitness, we need to at least make it look like we want to win football matches. The ball's going nowhere. Evans. Wood's got loads of space. Really? What's he doing? Taking a shot from there, man. Right, it was fitness related. Let's just say that's fine. And keep my heads down. Stranraer and Woodvale next. Which again are just all about fitness. All about fitness. Don't worry too much about, you know, results or whatever. We're also waiting as well to find out whether Cliftonville have got any players that we can actually have, because we've got a link up with them. And we said, oh, look, you know, let's come sort of like have a bit of a scout and see what the players you've got. But we've not got anything back. Nothing come back yet about who's decent and who's not. I mean, see, nothing. Nothing. I guess it's going to be tricky though if we're having to sort of try and... Well, we've got one scout really, I guess. That's probably part of the problem, isn't it? Yeah, then you have to think about this. Because this is the thing, if we can't get any of those players in, then why have we got the link up? You know? Need to try and work out what we're going to use it for. Right, here we go. Stranraer. Let's have it. Then Woodvale. Then Larne Tech Old Boys. So, yeah, all the big teams. All the big teams. Let's take Pedro out. Let's put Perrington up front. See how he gets on. Leading the line. I'm going to put Little in for Soup. Charlie Wood for McMahon. Yeah, centre half's desperate, innit? Because Evans is already tired. Can't have that. We can't have that. Not this early on in the pre-season, anyway. One pre-season match, he's already knackered. Got a stack of central defenders, central midfielders, sorry, but not many in central defence. Craig Hadley, welcome in. Appreciate you. Appreciate the prime. Lovely to see you. I hope you're well, by the way. What a defensive header that is. Not seen you around for a little while. Hope life's treating you good. Yeah, no, you look away. You look away, Kev. You go and do your thing. I appreciate you, mate, more importantly. Youngster with the ball in. Heads away. Halfpenny again from distance. Halfpenny could be the secret weapon this year. We've had a lovely little stream to us, Craig. We're just... the transfer window ones are pretty chilled and pretty relaxed. So we've just been kind of like trying to get some players for Northern Irish Championship, which I'm sure you can imagine is quite a difficult task. We've bought about 4 or 5, and I don't think we're actually much better than we were last season. In fact, I tell you like, I think we're better up front. We're better up front, which is good. But I think defensively, we haven't improved. And that could be a worry. It does. it does feel like yesterday. It's been a long 2 weeks, hasn't it? But in the same time, it's only been 2 weeks. Weird, absolutely weird. But we're getting there. We've ticked off our first couple of trophies, so that's been interesting. We got that done last night, and now it's just 3 seasons in. I sort of feel like we're getting into the save now. You know, I feel like we're actually this is what we are, and people are invested, and we've got little characters of sort of players that we've got, and little sort of in jokes and stuff now. So yeah, it's definitely feeling like a save now, which is good. It's exactly what it needs to feel like. Oof, over the top. As I say, we don't normally do pre-season, but I just figured that, you know what, tonight we might as well actually play some football rather than just doing spreadsheets. Croskery, Purrington, hits it over the top. Everyone's interested. Bayern are beating FC Zurich 2-1. Toulouse are beating Thun 2-1 as well. And Newcastle Town are drawn with Airbus. There you go. Wood dinks the free kick up. Purrington thinks about it. Sharvin goes up. Youngson. Sondra, we need a young upcoming star who can bring with you to England, Scotland. Well, yeah, exactly, yeah. Wales as well, we need to try and get through first of all. But I think you're right, we definitely need someone who we can bring with us. At the minute, I'd say that player's probably Evans. Really, isn't it? We'll also have to try and work out what our next plan is. Like, you know, when do we, you know, because we can't potentially, could be Purrington actually, yeah. You know, ideally we'd like to do everything we can in Northern Ireland with Banbridge. Do you know what I mean? Like, we want to get to win the Premiership with Banbridge. That'd be perfect. If not, we're gonna have to start thinking about what's the next step. Like, who's the team we take over next? So that's got to be considered. Then after that, we've then got to consider what's the next nation to go to. So, you know, do we go to Wales? Do we go to Scotland and come back to Wales because of the fact that it's a bit harder with that one promotion spot from Cumbria North and Cumbria South? You know, or do we go to Scotland and try and like get like a bit of momentum going? So yeah, there's definitely things to think about, isn't there? Purrington is only 17, so we could do some stuff with him, to be honest. At the minute, however, things we can't do is win football matches at this point. So even though it's only friendlies, we still need to think about this. I think we maybe put Purrington out on the wing. We put Gore up top. Let's do that. You do have a record in Scotland, Motherwell, Aberdeen. Still remember the Jameson Wrens fondly. I mean, we don't do well up north, do we? But this is where the narrative arc comes in, though. When we win the SPL with Aberdeen or Motherwell, that's where the arc comes in. Obviously, we'll have picked them up when Motherwell and Aberdeen are both in like the third division. Little needs to finish that. Went in the bad parts of Scotland. That's fair. If we could do it with Killy, Rogie, that'd be good. Or St Mirren would be good, wouldn't it? Imagine winning the SPL with St Mirren. Be awesome. As long as we don't go to Hibs with Bambo Diaby. Do you know what I mean? St Mirren would be excellent. I'm thinking Stranraer must be a better team than us, like in terms of where the league is as well. Because yes, obviously the Scottish divisions are clearly a lot better than Northern Ireland. So At the minute, I'm going to take a 1-0 as not the worst result. Just remember, fitness. Just nod it back. Let's move Sharvin up, actually. Advance forward, and then Porch running. Oh, headed wide. Wood for Hamilton. Little for Soup, I think. Sharvin for Kaka.
Hold on, my killer. You talking way too much.
Youngson we can bring off as well for Rainey, I think.
I'm not telling you to rap, not to rap how you rap, but make something we can vibe.
Nice block. Campbell, oh, here's Kaka. Great ball. Goes through. Got to finish that. Got to finish them, haven't you? One-on-ones. Nice break, though. Hamilton with the header. Sign of intent, if nothing. Some sign of intent. Slight. We did say as well last night, by the way, that if we get stuck and we leave Banbridge at some point, then the save will end up in the Discord at some point, that you can have a copy of it and you can keep going. Great finish. Great finish. Keep going with Banbridge at your own leisure. See how the youngsters develop. That's another good strike, in it. Not much we can do with that. Niggas get chipped like staccato, send a wave through the hood, now sounding like vibrato. Why you eat bread with avocado? We be trying to dash shells before I land in our tomato. Singing all my sorrows on Apollo, I've been trying to pave the way, but they told me it was potholes. It's gonna come back, isn't it? It's gonna be 3, is it? Decent save. Well held.
Hold on, my nigga. You talking way too much conscious shit. Nobody wanna hear that.
Not been a great performance, I don't think. Nah, that's not going anywhere, is it? No one's going to challenge goalkeeper for that. 2-0 defeat. Pre-season's not going well. Again, let's not try and get too disheartened at this point. Still no one being scouted. DJ Pedro's happy to stay now. That's good. He was a bit upset that the training facilities weren't going to get upgraded, which I don't know what he thought. I don't know what he thought was going to happen, but he was convinced they were getting done. I was like, they're not, mate. They're not. And he said, well, I'll leave. And I was like, well, okay, but I bet you don't. And he's not. Yeah, he's decided to stay. So we were right, you know. Is Tosh a good enough left back? I don't think he is. I don't think he's good enough left back. Dribbling of 1, crossing of 5. Crossing of 5 is actually better than what we've got, but the problem is we're comparing him to a centre back. He's technically better. He's better than a centre back. Catch the rest of us, and usually when it goes up, dropping off here, enjoy the rest of the stream. Yeah, no worries, Rogie. No worries. We're just gonna do end of season, I think, for these videos. So we're gonna see what we can get. But yeah, appreciate you being here as always. Let's have a look at Tosh, shall we? Feeling we're just gonna, I think we're overspending, to be honest. I have a feeling we're overspending. So let's have a think about this. Harry Murphy's available. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. 150 quid. I mean, he is a player that we tried to sign. If we get him in, that could be our centre half. Maybe. Let's have a look at him. See what he looks like. Let's take another little quick look at this setup here as well. I think that looks reasonable. Right, let's do this. Do this one, then we'll probably lock it down for the night, I think. Let's say then it's all hands on deck to bring centre halves in tomorrow. Wednesday, not tomorrow, Wednesday. Tomorrow is going to be spent editing season 1 and season 2 roundup videos because not done them yet. Yeah, not done them yet, so we need to get that sorted out. Croskery pulls it back, no one's there. Keane, half pennies, you can have a go again. Croskery, Kaka! There we go. Oh, disallowed. Come on. You can't, we made the noise. Are you working York tomorrow? Oh, okay. Yeah, the weather's been crap. Crap chaos. Make sure you don't drown, because York does flood. So yeah, you don't want that. So yeah, stay safe if you're around this neck of the woods. Good ball, Croskery. Kaka off the post. Oof. Decent effort. Ball down the line, Youngson intercepted. Southern. Yeah, expecting us conceding there, to be honest. It's just not good enough, is it? Just a bit of a scrap taking the kids. Yeah, you don't want that. That's not fun. We had to do some de-icing this morning on the car, which was not fun. It's not fun at all. Eldest one was very, very surprised by how cold it was, and I think that made him very upset to go to school. He's like, I don't want to go. I was like, yeah, but that's not a reason to not go to school just because your hands are cold. Like, you know, it's not a thing, right? Wood diver. Youngson gives it to nobody. He needs to be a bit better with those passes, to be honest. I might try and see if he can aim the ball somewhere rather than just launching them. See these long balls, they're great for, you know, clearing your lines, but terrible for trying to create a chance. I suppose if there's only one striker up front, it is terrible, but again, on that poaching mentality rather than a poaching role rather than a target forward, because he's not really a target forward, is he? Youngson Snodden Sharvin can't get there. I think we missed the. I think we missed the muscle of the DJ. Do you know what I mean? Because even then, like, you see Sharvin just peels off a little bit. Doesn't really want to get involved in trying to win the first ball. So he's definitely got players part of a 2. Great ball out to Croskery. Heads up. Kaka! There we go. Told you he was worth a punt. Told he's worth a punt. It's that breaking into the box. He's ahead of Sharvin. You know? He's gone ahead of him, which is decent. That gives us an idea. Kaka. Through again. Kaka! Here we go. Here we go. Watch how quick he goes. He's away. Sharvin's just dropping off. We've got Sharvin as a poacher, but he's not getting involved at all. So he doesn't fancy it. But Kakar's having a great time. There goes Sharvin nodding it on. Why is he dropping so deep? He's a poacher on attack. The problem with the skin is it doesn't quite update the change of role, so it made it look like it was a target forward. It's not, it's a poacher. So no idea why that's the situation, but here's Youngson up top. Sharvin rolls. Oof, rides the tackle. Keane can't quite get it back in there. Has he got any player traits that might cause it? That's a good shout, actually. Bad. Oh yeah, let's have a look at that. Half time, we'll drag it up, bring it up, and see what he's got. I mean, if he plays as a DLF, that would be quite good. He can play attacking midfield central, so maybe that's the thing. Maybe he wants to drop deep naturally and comes deep to get the ball. What's he saying? Looks for the pass rather than attempting to score. Moves the ball to his right foot before dribbling. So maybe he's happy to drop into that number 10 role. You know? What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the DJ on though. Let him have a run out. Little's going to come on. Wood's going to come off for Andrews. We'll have a look and see how he gets on. So interesting, right? Interesting. Those sort of little changes there that sort of go, yeah, maybe not that. But I guess this is what we go through pre-season for, isn't it? Trying to work out who works in what role and what sort of formation suits certain players. And I'm surprised that the amount of goals he's scored, that he's got the trait of looks for the pass rather than scoring, because you would imagine the fact that he scored 27 goals last season, that it would be a case of is quite selfish in front of goal, but apparently not. And he should be selfish. If he's playing as a number 9, he should be selfish. Croskery goes down the line, cuts it back. That was Kakao, wasn't it? That's decent play from Youngson. Good work, boys. Oh, DJ got so close. He did all the hard work. He took everything around the goalkeeper. And then he's like, oh no, hang on, no, I've actually just ran it at the post. Soz lads. Fair enough. Happens, doesn't it? There's Croskery. He's got a finish. That's what we're talking about. 3-0. 3-0 is more positive. Certainly more positive. I know it's, every match is different, of course, but it's much better this way. Oh, nice finish. Wasn't expecting that to go in, but there you go. Minutes left. Halfpenny starting to flag, so maybe bring him off for McCavitt, I think. Oh, what a goal that would have been. What a strike. Excellent effort. McCavitt deflected over the top. Alright, we can see this game out. We can see this one out. McCavitt with the free kick. Floats in. McGrandles is going to bring it away. Croskery goes forward, brings down, penalty. Here we go. Of course he was going to miss it. Of course he was going to miss it. He's on a hat trick. He was never going to score. He was never going to score. Absolute daftness. DJ can't score either. Silly footballers. Silly footballers. Oh, goal. 3-2. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, take it easy, Jem. Appreciate you being in, of course. As always. Bernie with the header. It's okay, it's okay. This is pre-season. Andrews gets away with it there. McCavitt in for DJ, hits the post. Was it a save? It might have been a save actually. Save maybe onto the post. Cleared. Right, I think that should be it, really, shouldn't it? Should be. I like these marquees. Marquees, like burger stalls or whatever. Nope, I've celebrated too early. Celebrating a victory in a friendly. This is where we've got to at this point. McCavitt cleared. Croskery picked the ball up. Out to Andrews. DJ, how's he missed? How's he missed? Should really have had that one. Should have been 4. Should have been 5. Doesn't really matter. We've got what we came for. That was a win. Loads more friendlies until we get to next season. We probably won't play all these friendlies, of course, because that would be crazy. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go and say hello to Tom. Tom's online. Tom from Tom, who has got a Genoa save on. So go and give him some love. We'll be back on Wednesday to keep this going. So we'll do a little bit more of pre-season stuff, and then of course a bit more transfers, and straight in where we're playing some welders in the first match of the season. So hope everyone's well. Take care. We'll hopefully get season 1 video out tomorrow or Wednesday as well. So we'll see you soon. All right, all the best. Go and give Tom some love. Take care. See you in a bit. Bye now.
It's a piece of